but
it's just a continuation.
So today's topic is on single but not stupid. Wisdom for the singles part 2. Ave uyasinceda because yay, some of us are gonna come out actually fully equipped, with proper relationship knowledge out of this one, because people focus on people who are in relationships. Quite my singletons.
Yeah, people tend to forget you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's important for us to talk about these things so that you don't make the same mistakes that some of us made.
Precisely.
Yeah, so you guys are very fortunate. Okay, so last week we started on a series that I hope to conclude today. We're saying single but not stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because singles come in many different forms. They take many forms.
True.
There are some singles that are foolish. There are some that are not. There are some that are wise, and there are also some that are married but they are single.
Well, yay.
I remember I once did a topic, married but single, because there are people that are married but they still live like masingu and masingles. Yeah, and that's so stressful.
Yeah.
You are hoping to no famba and you are thinking you are happily married, but still you're in that space where you are single and everything's pointing to you being a single person, regardless of the fact that you're married.
Yeah.
So I think everyone must listen, must tune into the show. You get one or two things. Whether you're married or not, I'm sure there's something that you can learn from today's show here on Relationship Goals with the Love Coach. All right, let's delve into it. Last week, Takapet, that I was giving, points. I was on point number 7. That was my last one.
Yeah.
Where I was saying, a broken relationship or engagement is not divorce. So it's okay as a single person to call it quits. It's okay to say, you know what, I'm done. And don't think with Maraja would go say, because the Bible says that God hates divorce. But when it comes to breaking up, I'm sure he's okay with it.
Of course.
Yeah, particularly when you're in a relationship and it's abusive. I mean, there are people that are actually going through some abuse. It's not on that city, and you're still dating. I mean, come on, open your eyes. This is not gonna work.
Exactly. What if you're married? What will happen then?
Come on, Za. You guys are smarter than that. If he is pointing at you in your face like this and say, "Iwe Za," I'm telling you, mangwana in marriage achakurova mbama.
Of course.
Yeah. So you've got to watch out for those things, because definitely those are red flags. Probably we'll discuss those some other time. But it's important for you to know, Kuti, if you are not okay with the relationship, it's okay, because dating, like we always say, it is the process of gathering your data so that you make up your mind with the data at your disposal. Should I fight for this or not? So a broken relationship, a broken engagement is not a divorce. If someone has let go of you, please let go of them. I'm the only one who's fighting for this. Come on, it's a sign that they don't want to be with you. Okay, so that was our last point last week. Be like David. David went Bible where Agapuwa the armor saw, and he tried to fight Goliath using what he had been given.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, the boy struggled until a time he said, you know what, I'm done with this armor. This doesn't work for me. This doesn't suit me. This is not what I'm cut out for. I'm dropping it. And this is the wisdom in relationship. When it's not working, don't force it.
Yeah.
Don't be in a relationship and you have all these things trying to, to bolster your case or to try to improve things. You're putting in a lot of effort. It's just a relationship. If it's not working, please see her. There's a musician who sang the song Sia. I won't mention which name, but if it's not working,
Jingo Sia.
Then number 8, Zab. This is a big topic. There's a lot of controversy around this. You've heard the word fleece. This is when we're dating with Dara, I would set up fleeces. Like, the girl that comes to me, I just don't her orange.
Yeah.
God, that should be the girl to marry. For me to marry. I don't know if it's happening now. If you set up such a fleece, you'll get 10 girls coming your way giving you oranges and you'll be confused.
Yeah.
So I'm sure one day we'll touch on that because there are some that still believe that, and we need to maintain a balance. Am I saying it won't happen? It will happen. But we'd want to come up with a doctrine out of a situation. It works for some people. It has worked for some people. I'm sure there's some people that are listening right now that can say, you know what, it happened for me and I'm happy years later. But we can't make make a doctrine out of it. Kuti zanu vanguti muna chanitengera iPhone 15, iPhone 16 ndiye acha murume wangu. The devil will be tuning in anotonzwa, and then the devil will present an option for you. So number 8 for me is don't box God. Akunasa God pakona kungoti God this year gore rino. Like, you know, I was having a conversation with a little sister of mine, and she said to me, I won't mention names, Pastor, this year, you know, Pampacho, we approach God with that kind of an attitude. Good God, it has to be now or never. And then the devil is also tuned in. Before you know it, he has presented someone that looks like it, yet they are not. So you have to be very careful in how you ask. It's very important. Asking. You must ask, but be very careful. And also, whatever comes your way, please try to investigate. But if you then box God and say, God, it has to be this year or never, the devil achaunza munhu wake. And then God is saying, you know what, this is not the time for you. Your time is next year. And when the devil brings his option, you're going to get that because you boxed God and you said it's this year or never. So don't try to box God. There are some people that say, the person I will marry will be rich. You know, they are so clear with that. This is what I want. So it's like you're boxing God. That person has to be like this. I know this is how we grew up, you know, being taught. You need to describe. Yes, it works for some, but for some it might not work. That's the reason why you then see some people going up to I don't know how many years unmarried because they've tried to put God in a box to say, God, my man has to be rich or my woman has to be this empowered and all that. So you then try to box God.
I now need to go back to my prayers and tell God, God, I'm not boxing you, but preferably.
Yeah.
Preferably.
Yeah. But it's okay to also let God know my desires are cool. Like the Bible teaches us, delight yourself in the Lord and He will give you the desires of your heart. But at the same time, you don't want to come in and then boss God around.
Yeah.
There are people that actually boss God, you know. Giving God instructions.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure,
that's true.
Yo, I'm not yet that big. But I've seen a lot of people making such things, such demands. Well, yeah, you can demand, but you also need to leave room for God to say, God.
Because God is your parent. The way you would not just go to your father and start demanding, just say, no, Baba,
you know, even Jesus actually said, let your will be done.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he says, at the end of the day, let your will be done. I wish we can make such prayers because sometimes it's God who knows what we really want. Pampachu, we go to him saying, God, I want a rich guy, I want an empowered woman, but God knows exactly what you want. You know,
that's true.
So those are some of the things that we look out for. So don't box God. And I know there's a concept that Usaroorane matongo, meaning that you must marry from your hood, something like that. But I think that goes beyond your hood. When we say, or when matongo, what they're merely saying, because I totally agree with that concept, what they're saying is that marry a person that you know. If you don't know them enough, dangers are.
Yeah.
So you really need to investigate through that process of dating, get to investigate them, know who they are, know what excites them, know what they like, what they don't like, and then make up your mind whether you'll be able to put up with that or not. So the Usaroorane matongo concept is just saying, marry the person that you know. Don't marry out of desperation, and before you know it, you are married to this person that you hardly know, a stranger. That's why the marriage will then struggle later on. So, Izozo, for me, I think it is very important, okay? So don't limit God. Don't put God in a box. Don't limit him. Don't limit him, okay? Then number 9, interesting one again. Get your weapons ready before the battle. I know you don't want to, I know you don't want to hear this.
Yeah.
Because you know what, I'm a young girl and I'm growing up. I've got this fantasy.
Yes, Pastor Simba, we want the fairy tale. Fairy tale, why, Baba.
But let me tell you something that will disappoint you. It's not all rosy out there in marriage. It's not a bed of roses. It's not what you see in the movies. You know. Bayakhala abantu ngale marriage. Bayakhala.
They
don't tell you, but they are crying.
Yeah.
And so it's important for you to get into that space Unema expectations was say, good, you know what, things may go wrong. You know, we're not gonna go, God forbid, we're not gonna go raskirwa nemwana, you know, you're pregnant and you lose your pregnancy. So you really need to be tough. That's the reason why we say before you get married, are you mentally prepared for it? Are you have you been toughened up there mentally and as well as other spaces? Spiritually, are you there? Because things happen in marriage.
Yes.
Saka, you have to be there. So that's the reason why I'm saying that marriage, I don't want to say it is okay, but I'll just say it anyway. It's a battle. There's a battle ahead. If you want to get married, you are signing up for some battles. Some battles are actually spiritual, because the moment you get married, the devil doesn't want you to enjoy.
That's true.
Saka, you've got to be spiritually mature, because the devil came to steal, kill, and destroy. And one thing that he's after is definitely destroying a marriage, because the marriage mirrors the relationship between Christ and the church.
True.
So he's going to come out guns blazing, trying to destroy your marriage. Saka, you've got to sort out your weapons long before you get married. What weapons are we talking about, Za?
My prayer closet.
Hey, Za, you're very spiritual. Keep on towing that line. Yeah, you've got to be very spiritual, guy. You've got to have a relationship with God so that God can actually back you up, can be in your corner. But, you know, there are weapons like your conflict management tools, your just having people around you, your support structure.
Yes.
You can't just go wake up and say, I'm going to go on usina backing. You know, there are people who are not going to, you know what, if I do this, I've got backing. So it's important for you to have a plan B, plan C, and all that. If things get worse, what do I do? So you must also be battle ready. That's the language. You have to be battle ready. You have to prepare yourself. So preparation is very key. That's why I'm big at saying to young girls, please, even young men as well, before you get married, make sure that you go to school. You know, make sure that you equip yourself mentally. Make sure that you equip yourself intellectually, because that reduces the chances of you being, getting abused.
Yeah.
And am I saying that you don't get abused when you are, you are there intellectually? No. But I'm saying it reduces the chances. So, it's important for you to make sure that you sharpen your weapons before you get into this space that is called marriage. Because the mistake that most people do is that I'll just see what happens when I'm there. But it doesn't work like that. Make sure that you're ready for it. You've prepared for it. You've sharpened your weapons. You are saying, you know what? I'm ready to face even the devil when I'm getting into this space of marriage, because I know he's going to come out guns blazing. So get ready for it. Prepare for it thoroughly. Then number 10, one of my favorites, hygiene and personal grooming.
You're now talking my language. Pamati hygiene dango simuka kuti, yeah, this is my forte.
Can I make this statement? I'm
Yes,
always
please.
saying this. Can this be our mantra going forward? Everywhere you go, can this be your mantra if you're a single person? Nobody loves nonsense. Come on.
No.
Guys. Work on yourself. And this applies to married people as well. If you're a married woman, if you're a married man, particularly if you're a married woman, nobody loves nonsense. You can't force yourself on your man simply because I'm married. Come on, guys. Image matters. You need to remain attractive. You can be 60-year-old. That doesn't stop you from being attractive.
Yes, it
to
doesn't.
your person. Remember, it's to your person, not to everyone else, but to your person. But it's okay. Come on, guys.
Ish, can I also voice this out, Ka?
Yes.
Inini Pastor Simba, I found you in a 6-pack. Now you have a dead body. Please go back. Go backwards. Because we can't speak about women only. You also mature into your dead bodies, and then you're not comfortable with not seeing your feet and your toes regularly. No,
your problem is that you're getting personal now.
I'm just saying.
You know, when I got married to Pastor Glory, I was actually a supermodel. Would you believe it?
You see?
I'm telling you, I was a model, a ramp model, photographic model, all that you can tell me. I was like that. I had my 6-pack. But life happened. 25 years later, I now have my 1-pack. But also in marriage, you know what? There's that big word that we always talk about. It's called compromise. And
True.
In life, things happen. It's really beyond our control. In inside, I don't even eat, but I just see myself ballooning.
Yes,
you know?
of course.
But what I can try, what I can promise is kugeza. I can't just leave it like that and say, now that I'm married, Pastor Gloria, I 3, I also have to look good. I also have to be attractive to you. And that's the reason why Gloria and I, we actually sit down and discuss, babe, am I still looking good for you? What do you want me to change?
Precisely.
What do you want me to wear? Because I want to wear for her. And she also does the same for me. That's the reason why I buy her clothes, and 99% of the clothes that she wears, I'm the one who buys. Because that's what I want on my woman.
Super healthy. Love it.
I thought you were going to clap hands for me there.
I have to. It cannot not be done. I just must.
But
there you go.
but you know what? The point is packaging matters, guys.
Yeah, true.
Singles, packaging matters. Okay, don't judge me or don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
In reality, people judge books by their covers. In reality,
yes.
Yes, don't judge a book by its cover. But in reality, people look at the cover first, especially men, because men are visual. They will see. And they get attracted to the person that they see before they see moyo wakanaka unaza. Before he starts saying to you, they saw something on the physical, on the outside that they saw.
Yeah.
So if you miss it out on your packaging, my friend, your Prince Charming is just walking by you. You are unnoticed. So please, we must bath. Tofa ugeza. Tofa utase kunzi indebele.
Ugeza, ukuhlamba, kuhlaba. I said it in 4 languages. If you missed it, hi.
Yeah. So the thing is, you're actually a brand on your own. You're a person. You're a brand, and make sure that you take care of that brand. Yes, unekariteribo, but outside, the outside, because I know the people that saying, you know what, inner beauty, I'm beautiful on the inside. What's stopping you from bringing out that beauty that's on the inside? Just bring it out.
Yes.
Let it come out so that we see the beauty that is in you outside, because that's what we see. And then we connect with that, and then you are lovable, and then people enjoy hanging around with you. Even people in marriage, I'm telling you, there are some people who are simply because they've let it go, they've neglected themselves. Please, let's go back. Timbono Geza, and look good, and particularly look good for yourself first. It's about loving yourself first. It's about self-care. It's about self-love. That's the reason why the Bible says that love your neighbors as you love yourself. So I can't love my husband, I can't love my wife if I don't love myself. So self-care is very important. That's the starting point. So don't be just good on the inside. Inner beauty is important, but also please nakira okunza. Nakira mkati chete.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last point is I've got so many points, man. The last point is marriage does not give you what you want, but it gives you who you are. Don't expect anything more than that. What you are is what you get in marriage.
Yeah.
Garbage in, garbage out. So make the right choice now.
Yes, man.
Okay, so we're done today. Please, if you want to get in touch with me, with Pastor Simba Oloza, come to my WhatsApp on 0773 000 0773 000. That's my number. Otherwise, Married by Simba across all social media platforms. Please tell me your name and your marital status so that I can add you in a relevant broadcast list.
Siyabonga so much, Pastor Simba. That was so wonderful. Kona also in the message, wow, this is a beautiful session. I can't believe I missed it. Don't worry, you can just go onto our Facebook page. We were live all this time. Saka, can I end up on news? We end up on Facebook, Yokustar FM, and then you'll find out more as to what we were speaking about. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, Lewe, Pastor Simba, as well as Chef Shingi. But Wakatesi, I do have to love and leave you and make way for the Moxonator, the king of noonday radio, as well as DJ Tats Bliss. Thank you so much for tuning into the Morning Galaxy. So, don't worry. But right now, it's time for the news because it's 12 o'clock.